Hello, Informed Crows. I'm John from the Haunt Informer. Today I'm going to be giving you my 2025 review of Scream Mountain, located in Schwenksville, Pennsylvania. So today I'm giving you my 2025 review of Scream Mountain. Thank you very much for inviting me out as media. I really enjoyed my time there. Thank you very much to Kyle, the Demon Barber, and everybody there that runs it, John and everybody. And it was always great to see the Chain Man as well, Trevor. It's always great to see all these different characters. Always fun to see it. I hadn't been to Scream Mountain for many years, and they changed a lot. Definitely a massive shout out to Scream Fitters for completely rebuilding the Pumpkin King animatronic for Scream Mountain. They are up-and-coming animatronic company that I saw at East Coast Haunts Convention this year, and they were incredible. So many unique animatronics that other people aren't making, and I was very impressed. So job well done to them. I can't wait to see how they change and evolve and upgrade over the years. But they are very intelligent young men, and I hope the best for them. And they completely upgraded and changed this Pumpkin King animatronic for them. It starts as him crouched, and then he lunges up, and then he's this very tall, imposing character. They completely changed it and upgraded and painted it and all that good stuff. Changed it, put new cylinders in it, and pistons and everything. And it was very impressive, to say the least, that they changed it and fixed it. And they have big banners there saying Scream Fitters fixed it for everybody, and their social media and everything. So massive shout out to them. I'll have them linked below.
Me, a god among you. I dare you to turn your back on me. I tell the you I only for eating.
They have a bonfire area there with some food trucks. They had a band playing that night. So it was a fun vibe there. Lots of different seating, lots of picnic tables and stuff around there, so you could sit down, enjoy your food, and listen to a band. That's included. It's not extra to hear the band. That's included with the ticket. And you have mobile choices. You can get a ticket for just the hayride at the ticket booth or do the hayride and the trail. I highly recommend doing the trail. It's very immersive. There are so many cool scenes in there. You get to see the Chain Man and go up the ski lift in the dark, which is very creepy, very unsettling. I'll explain my experience on that. So highly recommend doing the trail and hayride combo if you go next year. I definitely recommend doing that because you're there, you might as well do everything, have a great time. So I understand just wanting to have fun on a hayride, but definitely do the hayride and the trail. You will not be disappointed. So I started with the trail. So you follow the signage that tells you where to go to the trail to the left or go to the hayride to the right. Go up to the trail, and there was a VIP entrance or a normal one. I went to the VIP one. Then you walk up to the ski lift, and you wait for your turn, and you get on, and you have to sit on there. And then you go up in the dark, ascend up to the top of this hill in the dark. It is very unsettling. I don't even have a fear of heights. I really don't. And it was still unsettling to me. Like, wow, this is really creepy. This is rickety. Like I know it's all up to code and safe and everything, but like even just that effect of going on that ski lift and going up and ascending in the dark, and just the fear building up, and like the anxiety of like what's going to happen when I get up there. Like all of that really played into the experience, was part of it, and really built your fear factor. And once you get off the ski lift, you'll go right up to the entrance for the trail. There's a VIP entrance right to the left, and they'll sort you with everybody and make the timing just right with the general admission and the VIP. I went with a group of people from general admission, some teenagers going through as a group, and there was a lot of different scenes in there. It's very interactive. At points, you actually had to crawl, and I was actually wearing this hat in particular, my Haunt Informer hat, and a scare actor actually took it and said, "You can't wear a hat in here," and she actually gave it to the person behind me, and I had to crawl through there. She gave it back to me, but that was so funny, the person behind me, and that was so much fun. They had this new barrel maze you had to go through, and they were banging these barrels with pipes and stuff, and very aggressive scare acting there, jumping off the walls, coming after you. And I really love that the theming for this whole trail was the mining town. And they had this one section where he walked over this bridge and he came running at you, very creepy, and completely improv with you back and forth. And he was awesome. And there were so many different gritty scenes in there. There's different props of zombies. At points you encounter creepy miners, and some that can talk, some are quiet. All of them are very gritty and grimy coming after you. At one point it looks like you are going through a mine shaft, and it looks like it's exploding with the lighting effects, and characters are jumping out of barrels at you, and there is so much. At points the floor is uneven, you're walking on it, and they changed so much on this trail since I had been. I was impressed how much they changed. It's a full-on immersive trail now where you go through these different trailers and different scenes. They upgraded the Chain Man scene, so I got to see him. He's coming after you, banging his chain against the fence, and I said, Chain Man, and he came after me, and there was one scare actor on the ground. I didn't even know she was there because Chain Man was coming after me, and she's crawling on the ground after you, and that was a very intense scene. And that leads you to some other scenes as well on the trail, and then you're done. Once you're done with the trail, you will go down a steep hill, so be very careful. Definitely wear good quality boots, have firm footing there. Take your time walking down, and then you'll get down to where the Hayride will pick you up. If you have VIP, go to the left. They'll have signage for it that says VIP. General admission goes to the right, and I had VIP and some other people did, so then we went over there. We waited, and they let us onto the Hayride first before the general admission of the big group there. So then all of us went on. We sat at the back because we wanted to be in the area where the actors would linger, and that Hayride was very aggressive. I actually had the honor of seeing the Demon Barber, and I say that because this was his last year of scare acting, so thank you very much to Kyle for scare acting this year. I always enjoyed and looked forward to your performance, so I am happy I got to see one of your last performances. You knocked it out of the park. You were going insane, jumping on there, screaming at people, being very aggressive, just messing with people left and right, throwing different crazy insults at them and crazy stuff. It was so much fun. It's a very aggressive scene, and they have the whole Demon Barber setup where they have a scare actor that looks like he's one of his victims getting attacked in the chair, and then he comes on the wagon running after you, jumping on, and it's a very intense scene. So that really sets the tone for the Hayride. You keep on going. There was this new junkyard scene where the characters jumping up on cars and stuff, and then they run down and jump on the Hayride, and this one scare actor was like to this one girl who was messing with him, he's like, yeah, you're really messed up. There's something wrong with your brain. Like, I like that. That was funny how he counteracted her being annoying to him, and there was so many different scenes on there. I love the scene where it's like the Western jail, where the one scare actor's like the sheriff, and some of the scare actors like break down the cell door and run away, and he like shoots the shotgun up into the air. Obviously he's shooting blanks. It's like nothing bad is happening. It's all just part of the skit. It was very fun to experience that scene. I also enjoyed the scene where it's going by the church, and the crazy priest is coming at you from one side, and some other scare actors just get on the wagon. They're talking to you, and they're like doing this improv back and forth saying you're not holy, and they're like going back and forth, and that was wild. Very wild scene. When these scare actors totally get into their characters, they are very much into it. They love it. Another scene I really enjoyed was the butcher scene, where the one scare actor was the lead butcher, and he had an assistant, and he accused his assistant of falling asleep on the job, and that was really funny. So he's like, no, I'm working here, and he's like, I'm going to try to find a new assistant on this wagon, and it was so much fun. They were so aggressive, getting on, messing with people. She saw my hat and was like, oh, I like that, and she was coming after me, and then he was like, oh, who volunteers to be my new assistant? Someone said they would, and then he's like, oh, okay, maybe they won't fall asleep on the job. And they were like going back and forth with the improv, and that was so much fun. The whole wind tunnel scene is interesting. I've never experienced that on a hayride anywhere, where you go by and it's like a wind tunnel blowing on you, and that was wild. So near the end of the hayride is the finale with the infirmary scene. It looks like you're going into this demented hospital, and they have all these demented nurses and doctors in there, and they're working on these different props of patients. Part of the interactivity of the infirmary scene this year that they changed up from previous years, where they had scare actors with syringes, and there was water in there, and they were spraying it at you, and some got on my face and my eyes and stuff, and they were messing with other people, and that was wild. And they got on the wagon, and one of the scare actors had this really creepy makeup on, where it was like part skeleton, part like ripped up face, and that was really disturbing, with like the contact lenses, different doctors and nurses jumping on the side, getting in your face, and that was definitely very intense. Really good way to end that hayride. Near the end of that, I liked seeing the chainsaw scare actor that was on the pulley system, so he could rev the chainsaw, and he jumped up on this pulley system and like pushed himself with momentum after the wagon at you, and there was like this prop saw blade coming at you from the other side. I really am looking for good quality acting with this improv and going back and forth and all these memorable scenes. It's not like I remembered one scene. Like I've already told you, I remembered a bunch of scenes because these actors were doing such a good job. You can buy your tickets online or in person at the ticket booth. Either way, you have to go and redeem your ticket there and get one. Get your VIP ticket or your normal ticket. And I definitely recommend going. I had a really fun time. I highly recommend going. Go support these people that are trying to make a ski lift interactive and part of the experience and change it up and make it different and put on an interactive, fun experience for everybody. There was a lot of kids there enjoying the different attractions, then hanging out in the midway area with the band and the food options. And yeah, lots of people were having fun there and really great time. So I'm happy I got to visit this time. Thank you very much for the hospitality. Thank you for inviting me as media. Had so much fun. Definitely recommend going for an intense time for sure. That was the Honda Informer. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put up a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends. And I'm on social media and you can find all those links down below. And tell me about your experiences at Scream Mountain. Did you have a fun time? I certainly did. I hope you had a wonderful time just like I did. Tell me all about that in the comments below. And as always, happy hauntings.